Alright, time for the last bit. I'll be doing this video just because there are a few things I want to talk about and I want to make it better. So, first things first, we do circuits. I always start off in a wave, go all the way left and get the HP regen. Then, neutral, guard sphere, HP regen, and max HP. We go heat, remembering not to have forgotten this and this. We just go down and get the assault. And then, in shock, we get bullseye, and we get bullseye, and we get baller. And then finally, before we enter the fight, we quickly switch these four. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. These three for max HP and rate motion beam, and this one for the attack. This is also your last chance. If you forgot to switch to assault earlier, you can also just do it here. Not a big problem. That's all for the circuits. Then we go into equipment. We equip the laser mill that we bought, and that is all. Now we're ready to enter the fight. One tiny thing before we enter the fight. In turret fight, we now eat a mustache as well. This just makes sure that the turret barriers never crit us. I suggest you start doing this, so you buy 2 mustaches instead of 1. Also, you will see I have a rising superstar. This is for a creator strat. I'm pretty sure we didn't buy this in my guide. You can buy this if you find that this creator strat is easier. You can test them both out with the presets. So just keep that in mind. It is supposedly the harder creator fight. I find it just as easy as the other one, and it does save like 5 seconds. Okay, anyway, once we cross like this line here, the fight will begin. So, before that, we want to eat something. We want to eat a werewolf stick, and as soon as we enter the fight, we want to eat a mustache. So we enter the fight, skip the cutscene, and then we eat a mustache. And now we want to gather SP. We want to have max SP, and we want to take a lot of damage because we want to be in Berserker by the time we break him. So you will see me try and take a lot of damage. And I do need to actually jump down as well. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Let's just do it like this then. Okay, so you can see I did not get a lot of SP, which will probably come back to bite me. But let's just try this. I do get max here. Then, as soon as I break him, I eat the spicy beetle type. And as you can see, he doesn't have a shield right now. So I'm gonna do the shield neutral and then I'm gonna switch to shock and attack him. So I do guard sphere, switch to shock, charge up to level 2 here, and attack him. And this is why we want Berserker, because in Berserker we have a 100% chance of breaking his health gate. If we're out of Berserk, we do not have a 100% chance. So there you have to rely on crits. I can see in this case we're probably gonna have to rely on crits for the next 2 ones. As soon as you've broken him, you switch back to neutral and just do the same thing again. You need to wait a bit before you start charging up the shock attack, because otherwise you can be too early. How do you know if you can let go and attack him? He will switch his sprite from just going down to like going down with an attack. And as soon as he does the going down with an attack sprite, you know you'll hit it. Lastly, if you're much better than me, you might have too low HP. If you have 300 HP or less, and he's about to hit you, you quickly switch over to wave because there is no max HP, and then immediately as soon as he's hit him, you switch back to shock, so you don't die from his attack. Obviously, that is not a problem for me. I always fucking have too much HP and have to rely on crits like here. It's not a high likelihood it fails, but there is a likelihood that it fails, so please keep that in mind. Now we want to take damage again, so just take those hits, and we want to gather SP as we break this here. Oh shit, I'm doing it. Okay. So I want to tank this attack. So now, let me break him once again. As soon as I break his health rate, I eat a spicy beetle type. In this case, I do think I'm actually fast enough to not need it, but it's always a good idea just to do it, especially as a beginner. If you find it hard to eat it here, you could also have eaten it a bit earlier while he started spawning the balls. I find this to be fine for me, so I always just do it here. Shield. You saw him change the animation, right? I'm looking at my HP bar, making sure I'm not getting too low. Oh shit, don't switch to wave, it's a bad idea. I have a ton of HP regen in wave. Yeah, I broke him a bit early, but it's fine. And that's the entire design effect. So now, I want to quickly make a save state here, so we can go back in case I kill him. And we begin with the creator fight. Now, when you begin the creator fight from the designer fight, you will have a spicy beta type that will help your damage on the first phase here. If you begin it from a save state or from or from a preset, you won't have this, so just ignore the damage you have on like the first two phases here. First, I'm gonna show the world record strat, which is slightly harder, but it's not a lot harder, and I should be more consistent at it, so hopefully it'll just click. So in the beginning here, we just want to gather SP and dodge his attack. Of note, he can do two different attacks to start with here. The fists are slightly faster. He can also do like flickering balls at you, that's just losing time. And it's just RNG what you get. Now here, we wait until he comes all the way down, and then do a chain blitz. That's the fastest way of breaking a strike. And then just hit him, and just hit him. Now, the hard strat here already begins now. So here, you want to tank in neutral, be ready to switch to wave. Tank 1, tank 2, switch to wave, tank 3. And now we want to quickly switch off wave. I have a bit more HP than I would like, but that's fine. Dodge everything, because otherwise you'll die. And break him. We do the same thing, wait, attack. As soon as I break him here, I'm gonna eat my superstar, Rising Superstar, and this makes it so I take more damage. So this is why the setups are different. Rising Superstar, you have a lower health, you have a lower amount of health to work with when doing the final attack, where if you eat Spicy Beetle type, you have a higher amount of HP. So I'm gonna show the lower amount that saves about 5 seconds first. So eat Rising Superstar, I'm gonna switch to neutral, and I want to take damage until I'm about at 1000. A bit less is fine, a bit more is a bit problematic. So actually I can see, because I have a lot of HP here, I want to start off taking a few hits in shock. Okay, this is decent. So now I wait, and then I tank his hits in wave. And then immediately switch to shock. And I'm gonna chain blitz this, then I'm gonna immediately switch to heat before the attack hits, because otherwise there's a chance to deal too much damage. Then I'm gonna shoot it until it's very, very close to breaking without breaking him. Then I switch to wave, I jump off, I eat the cheesy spatzel, I take one hit, jump off again, dodge the other hit, and yeah, you'll see. Just watch along as I do this, hopefully I'll get it. As soon as he changes, I jump off here, I eat the cheesy spatzel, I tank 1 while jumping off, tank 2 here, attack, and now I jump off, and as soon as I land, I switch to heat, I go up, and I do the tier 3 wave motion begin. It's a hard sequence, and I'm gonna turn down the volume completely here. So, I'm gonna just go through it again. It's chain bridge, switch to heat, get him low, wait until his breaking phase stops, switch to wave, jump off, start eating, then as soon as you've eaten, you basically jump off, and while you jump off, you take one of the hits from his flicks, the other one will miss you. Then you respawn, take both hits, break him, make sure you have 500 HP, then jump off. As soon as you land back on the platform, you switch to heat, and then you're golden. This always works. But it is a lot to like do, and that breaks him. So I could have just used my save, but anyway. Now the other strat is equally as difficult in my opinion, but you do have a tiny bit more HP to work with. So for the strat I just showed you, you want to be between 300 and about 680 HP for it to work. If you have too much HP, the attack will stop midway through because you'll get too low on your HP bar and the attack will forcefully stop. On this one, where you eat the spicy beetle type instead of the rising superstar, I believe the HP gate goes all the way up to 950 something. So that is why this can be better. Also, if you find my setups troubling, you can just look for your own. This is just what I like to do. So yeah, if you find it too difficult with both setups, let's see if I can even remember this setup. You can just try and find your own and see if that works for you. Again, if it stops too early, it's because you have too much HP, and that's basically always the case. It's very, very, very hard to have too little HP in this fight. So, for the easier setup, I don't take any damage here. And I'm on 250, 240 FPS, which is why the bottom ones don't spawn here. Once again, wait until he's there, switch to heat, break. And now, last time here, we ate a Rising Superstar. This time, it's a Spicy Beetle attack. And so what I want to do is I want to switch to Shock, and then I want to just tank everything here. And I'm ready to switch to Wave once again. And I'm also looking for crits, because those can fuck you. Yeah, that was a crit. So normally, there I just got crit. Normally you take all the hits except the very last one in Shock. But if you do get crit, you need to take 2 hits in Wave. And so after this is finished, I switch to Shock, same as last run. This time I don't need to switch off of Shock, but I still need to get him as low as possible. Still need to switch, still need to jump off, still need to eat the cheesy special, tank 1, jump off, tank 2. Break him, and then jump off. So, yeah. That's the supposedly easier one, because you don't have to do anything in ice. But there is the chance you get crit, which I guess also is with the ice one, so always keep an eye on your HP gate. I find the the world record strat actually to be slightly easier, but maybe that's just because I've gotten so used to it. And yeah, that's the run over. Time ends right there. There are a few things I would like to talk about before I end the video. First of all, Simp has an extremely comprehensive guide on tips to boss fights. This includes Pincer, Apollo, Creator, Designer. If you want to see the Designer fight, Simp is the guide to go to. It's on speedrun.com, you can check it out there. Always, always, always feel free to ask questions in the Discord, in the speedrunning channel. Just like me, Urenstein, and Juanba are usually pretty quick to respond, especially Urenstein and Juanba. I'm less so, but you can ping me if you want a response from me specifically. Anyone is always welcome in that Discord, especially if you want to learn the run. It is a tough run. I hope you had fun. I hope I didn't forget anything. Oh, I should say one last thing. There is an attack on the Designer fight that is invisible if you don't have lighting on. And the rest of this guide has been without lighting. I specifically have lighting on because I just did AD. Otherwise, I usually just keep it off because in NMG it's an attack with tank. It's the shadow moving attack anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that's just a quick note. If you don't see that attack, that's because you don't have lighting on. I think that's it. Hopefully you get it. If you don't, watch this video in slow motion. There should be input displayed. Alright, have fun with the run. I hope you succeed. And I hope to see you in Discord posting times soon. Good luck!